Hello YouTube, Mewtwo here with part 3 of my Alex Kidd in Miracle World playthrough. And I just left off last time and up at the, I think it's like the Binglow Lowlands, and we're about to go shopping. And this time they have the bee capsule, which I pick up, even though I don't think I'll probably use. And that basically puts a shield around Alex. It doesn't protect him from everything, but it can be useful. And I will definitely buy the helicopter because it's awesome. And this level is, things are starting to get tricky now. In fact, if you don't buy the helicopter, this level it's kind of hard. If you look at the jumps in this section, are very tricky, and lightning starts to come out of the sky. So that section there is very hard when you can't fly. Now by now I pretty much don't need to collect any money because there's only a few more shops in the game and I have most of the items. And if I don't buy, I think there's one more life in a shop. If I don't buy that, oh, 2 for the price of 1 there. I'd be away with it. But I just can't help it. Must be the capitalist in me. I think there's a power bracelet in that question block. As I said, this can be pretty tricky if you don't have the helicopter, because at least you can fly over half the clouds in the helicopter. And we're at the end now. The levels also start to, with the exception of the Radaxian Castle, start to get kind of shorter from here on in. And it's Paperhead, not to be confused with Paper Mario. Blah blah blah, win against jank and stuff. And this guy is Rock Scissors. Believe it or not, Rock Scissors is actually the pattern on about at least 3 occasions. And if you include, there's another pattern, Paper Paper. Between Rock Scissors and Paper Paper, that accounts for 5 of the 7 jankin matches just from those 2 patterns alone. Darn it. And Alex eats him as well, little cannibal. We're on to the castle with the ominous music. So these spikes are falling down and just got to be careful not to walk over the ghost trap. This is actually one of my favourite levels. You know, I quite like the kind of atmosphere in the place. Even if it is... It's one of the trickiest levels in the game, I suppose. I've only noticed this for the first time, despite all the times I've played this, but for whatever reason, this level spells Ta. T-A. Now I can't break this block that I normally do. Sheesh. Honestly, normally I'm halfway through the level by this point. Oy. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm making hard work of Ta. I can reset the level actually by going outside it, which I'm going to do. I'll reset it. I don't think I've ever had to reset this level in my life. But sure, that's the way with recording. You can do something 1,000,001 times, then you go to record it and it goes wrong. This section is a little tricky because if you jump too hard, you hit the roof. If you jump too soft, you can fall down the gaps. But at least you'll die with some money, which is, I don't know, maybe it's another capitalist message. You don't have to come over here to the right, but there is an extra life, so I typically do. It's 8 lives, which of course, I normally would have more, but then again I lost a fairly stupid life in the forest. It's also unusual for a platformer that Alex attacks by punching and not the more common, or the more common Mario-ized form of jumping on the bad guy. It does make the game a little unforgiving, but once again it kind of makes it stand out. If you fall down the pit, you go to a room that you actually do have to visit later, but if you go to it now, what you need in the room is not there, so there's no point. You gotta be careful to avoid the spikes again. And we're going down the ladder. The money bag in the top left is a trap. If you go over there, the platform opens up and you have a fair chance of falling onto the fire. If you had a power bracelet, you could go to the bottom right, but you don't really need to. Especially given that there's just money in there. Quite a beginner's trap. Oh, I didn't need to go this way. Ah, that'll do. Oh, crap. I'm not too sure what's in the question block down below. I've got a feeling it's a ghost though. And there's my brother, trapped. Just punch the wave and the fish, I think it is, to free him. Thank you, Alex. The Moonlight Stone is in the Nibbana Kingdom, so you must reach there before Janken the Great does. An autograph letter addressed to the Nibbana Kingdom is hidden somewhere in this castle. After finding it, taking it with you. That's the room I was talking about. If I went to that room, that letter wouldn't have been there. And well, the first time you played through, you definitely would need it to complete the game. Yes, he does look a bit like me, I suppose. I remember the first time I got to this level, I thought, my god, it's so large. But now it seems fairly straightforward. Thankfully you can stand on the tops of those ladders as kind of makeshift platforms. And you can see the pit in the roof, in the ceiling there, that you could have fallen down. But it would have been no good to you. In fact, I'm not even too sure if you fall down that pit can you make it back through the rest of the level and get to Igol, because going up one of the ladders is blocked up. I always think it's better to let these fire guys go before jumping. Better safe than sorry. Now you're meant to progress out to the right here, but I'll head to the, or I'll try and head to the left, because you gotta, oh, I'm stuck. Gotta slide under, and Alex doesn't slide like Mario. It's very stiff, I find, and that's probably one of the key differences between Alex and Mario. See, I didn't have to come here because, ooh, I got that close. It was just another place where you could get a telepathy ball if you didn't already have one. So I tend to just come here for completion's sake, but I don't even think you get points for it. Oh, and then I tend to have massive problems getting out of here. Oh, finally. And this isn't the hard one to get out of. But yeah, the main difference I find between, say, Mario as a game versus Alex is, while Alex has a lot of invention, there's a lot of variability. You know, there's different vehicles and different types of scrolling and items and whatnot. Oh, this is another collapsing platform. All the collapsing platforms levels are traps, kind of reset if you go in and out. Jump over the ghost. But Mario has definitely got a better feel, I think, to the general, I don't know, the way he controls does feel a bit better than Alex. Alex is more of an acquired taste. So if you jump straight away up to the right, you can easily get through that room. And it's Paperhead again, or not Paperhead, Stonehead. And Stonehead, he always looks like a pirate to me. Arr, I'm Stonehead, the third henchman of the king. I let ye pass by here if you win 3 jankin matches. With his little, it looks like he's got a pirate patch eye. And wouldn't you know it, apparently I have to choose paper, scissors or stone before the music runs out. And this guy is Paper. Couldn't be simpler. Well, I suppose it could. Could be stone. Darn it. The difference with this version of the henchman, because you fight the henchmen twice, is that after you beat them in Janken, they attack you. They're not really too bad though. Well, it looks like that's the way it's meant to be. Take this. And they give you a fair bit of time to get out of the way. I remember the first time though he started attacking me, I was like, oh my god. So I think this is the city of Radaxian now. It's some city. Look at the size of the buildings, they're tiny. And we're on to a shop. I should have checked what I needed. I think I have A and B. Well, I'll get the life and then C. See, I'm still nearly 1800. There's only a few levels left. I think there's only one more shop in the game. Oh, I'm missing an A. I don't think I need another A, but sure, whatever, I'll buy one. Welcome, please buy the things you like. And we're at the end of the level, believe it or not. If I go a little bit further, there's another boss, so it's not much of a city. You think, after the big castle and get into a more built-up area on the map, because it shows you where you are, the flashing arrow in the top right. Oh, well, this is a city, there's going to be a fair bit here. Nope. And look, Alex is like the size of the buildings. It's either that or it's like the episode of Father Ted where Ted is trying to explain to Dougal the difference between small and far away. Presumably these houses are far away. Anyway. Oh my god, it's Stonehead. Oh, not Stonehead, Scissorshead. Apparently I can't get these guys' names right. And if the other guy reminded me of Pirate, this guy reminds me of something different, but that's probably not... would not result in a clean video. And this guy's pattern is actually easier than Paper. It's Rock. So I don't have to press a single thing. Although I do find his attack pattern after the Janken match to be the hardest in the game. Take that and party. Because he fires out swastikas while flinging his head in some sort of V pattern. It's not really that hard, but it's easy to mistime your jump. Luckily you can jump through the head. Once you hit it, the collision detection is disabled. So, here we are, we're now getting up to the Kingdom of Nibbana, and we'll pause it there. And there's only about 4 levels left in the game. So actually no, I'll do this level before ending this part and then move on. It's quite a short level, and it's the only level in the game where you have to use a vehicle. If you take a hit in the helicopter, there's no way to complete it. At least no way that I found. As you can see, there's no real platforms. And I did try once, I think I took a hit off a bird somewhere around there, and I used the cane of flight. But that wasn't enough, because it runs out. You just have to be careful really off the propeller blades more than anything. Because annoyingly you can't shoot him through that gap. But there we go, that's the end of the level, so it's pretty short. All the levels are pretty short once you kind of defeat the third henchman. So we'll pause it here and be joined back as we're about to enter the... I suppose this is another castle.